Today, we're diving into a concept that's a real game changer for the real estate industry. We're talking about a single, unified operating system designed to handle everything, and I mean everything, from the very first lead to the final handover. Let's see how this completely transforms the way things are done. If you work in real estate, this probably sounds all too familiar, right? You've got one system for your leads, a totally different one for accounting, then there are the endless spreadsheets for tracking inventory, and, of course, that chaotic mess of emails and WhatsApp for talking to customers. It's a constant juggling act, and honestly, it's a recipe for chaos, lost info, and some seriously missed opportunities. So the solution is to make a big shift, moving away from that old, broken way of doing things to a new, streamlined approach. Just imagine going from all that scattered data to one single source of truth, from all that tedious manual work to smart, intelligent automation, and from losing leads to actually speeding up your sales. At the end of the day, this whole transformation is about turning frustrated customers into people who trust you for the long haul. And that brings us right to the heart of it, running your entire real estate business on one single OS. This isn't just about software, it's an end-to-end system that connects every single department, process, and person involved, creating one seamless flow. So let's start by looking at how this OS completely supercharges the sales engine. Okay, the first pillar of this whole thing is speed. In the real estate market, you know how fast things move. A quick response can literally be the difference between closing a deal and watching that buyer go to a competitor. This system is built from the ground up to make that entire sales funnel, from first contact to final proposal, faster than ever. This here shows that automated journey perfectly. So leads get pulled in from everywhere, Facebook, your website, you name it, and they're instantly assigned. Then the system just kicks in, automatically nurturing that lead with scheduled WhatsApp messages to keep them engaged. When they're ready for a site visit, boom, it's scheduled right in the system. And you can even generate a dynamic proposal right then and there. It's a completely connected, seamless flow. And the engine behind all this? It's packed with some really powerful features. Leads get distributed fairly to the sales team, so everyone gets a shot. Your pre-sales folks can handle all their calls and log notes right inside the platform. No more jumping between different tools. Even tricky negotiations get streamlined with a multi-level discount approval workflow. That means proposals are accurate and get approved in record time. So what's the result of all this? Well, you're looking at a sales velocity that's over 50% faster. That is a massive improvement that goes straight to the bottom line. But believe me, we're just getting started. The same ideas of automation and integration can be applied to your entire back-end operation. All right, let's pull back the curtain and look at the operations command center. This is basically the brain of the whole operation. This is where the system gets to work on all that back-end complexity, bringing everything together from project specs and inventory all the way to your financial accounting. And the foundation for this command center is a really clear, logical data structure. It all starts at the top, at the project level, where you have all your high-level details. Then it drills down into specific towers, each with its own payment schedule. And finally, you get down to the individual unit, with every little detail you can think of, floor plans, pricing, and real-time availability. It's this hierarchy that creates that single source of truth we talked about, which is so crucial for running things smoothly. Having all this data in one place unlocks some incredible automation. Think about updating pricing. Instead of some long manual process that's just begging for errors, it's a bulk update that happens in seconds. The system also hooks directly into popular accounting software, so your finance team is always in sync. Even something like a cancellation is automated. A unit status flips from booked right back to available, making sure your sales team always has the latest info. And the impact here is just staggering. By getting rid of all those repetitive, error-prone tasks, businesses can see an over 80% reduction in manual work. Just think about that. It frees up your team to focus on what actually matters, thinking strategically and building real relationships with clients. So we've seen how this system can speed up sales and streamline operations. But, the ultimate goal here is to create an amazing customer experience. So this third piece of the puzzle is maybe the most critical, turning that post-sales journey into something transparent and trustworthy, something that builds lasting relationships. From your customer's point of view, this means total transparency from day one. After they book, all the communication is automated, so they're always in the loop. When a construction milestone gets hit, a demand note is automatically generated and sent out. No more confusion. All their documents are stored in a secure online portal, giving them access 24/7. This kind of proactive approach just makes for a smooth, stress-free handover. And a huge piece of empowering your customer is this dedicated mobile app. It's a self-service portal that gives buyers access to all their information whenever they want it. They can check their booking details, download documents, and look at their statement of accounts all on their own time. And what if a customer has a question? Well, they can raise a support ticket right there in the app. Your service team gets notified instantly, and the customer gets real-time updates on what's happening. And to make sure nothing ever falls through the cracks, there's an automated escalation process. If a ticket sits for too long, a manager gets an alert. This system guarantees every single customer gets the support they need, period. So, the result of this transparent journey, the self-service app, and this accountable support system, it's 100% customer transparency. And when your buyers feel informed, empowered, and supported, you build a foundation of trust that is just priceless. You know, when you combine these three things, faster sales, streamlined operations, and an amazing customer experience, what you really get is a complete business transformation. It's a shift from the chaos of having a dozen disconnected systems to being in a position of total command and control. So let's just recap the 3 pillars of growth that a unified OS like this can deliver. You're looking at a 50% or more boost in sales velocity, an 80% or more reduction in manual work, and 100% customer transparency. These aren't just little features, they are fundamental business outcomes that drive real profitability. And that's the central idea right there. One intelligent platform that brings together every critical part of a real estate business: sales, operations, finance, and customer service, all working together seamlessly to drive growth and success. So this all leaves us with one final and pretty crucial question. By moving away from a random collection of tools to a true integrated operating system, you unlock this incredible potential for growth. The real question is, what could this level of integration and automation do for your business? The possibilities are pretty much endless.